Hello students, standard 7th. We are learning chapter number 7, congruence of triangles, and that is a very important chapter. Now in last few sessions, first we learned what is the meaning of congruence of the figures. We learned that two figures are said to be congruent if they have same shape and same size. Means shape also and size both should be equal, and when we superpose them, they will completely cover each other. We saw some examples also, like ATM cards issued by the same bank, currency note of the same denomination, etc. We saw that two circles having same radius are said to be congruent circles. Similarly, two squares having same sides are also the congruent figures. Then we saw that two line segments. What did we see? That when the two line segments have the equal length, we said that they are the congruent line segments. But if their lengths are different, the shape is same but the size are different, then they are not congruent line segments. Similarly, in the case of angles also, we learn that when the two angles have same measure, you know how to measure the angle using a protractor. So when you measure the angles, and if they have the same measurement, 30 degree, 30 degree, 60 degree, 60 degree, then they are said to be congruent angles. But if they have different measures, one have 30, one have other have 40, then their shape will be same but the sizes are different, and therefore they are not said to be congruent angles. Now we are coming to the main concept of this chapter, that is the congruence of triangles. Now for the triangles, it is not so easy to check whether the given two triangles are congruent or not, because all the triangles will have something different, and therefore we have to completely check properly. The one thing is that you can cut out by tracing them and superpose, and if they will completely cover each other, then they are congruent triangles. Means if they are the exact copies of each other. As you wrote down, two triangles are congruent if they are copies of each other and they cover each other completely. Now, it is not easy to do that thing every time, to trace them and cut it out and superpose. So now we have to find a way of comparison such that we can decide whether they are congruent or not congruent. In this situation, we have to understand their correspondence between the vertices. We know that the two triangles are there. Then one triangle has three vertices, like triangle ABC has A, B and C, Q, R and P, like that. Now, if for a given correspondence between vertices of two triangles, the three sides and three angles of one triangle are equal to the corresponding sides and angles of the other triangle, then the triangles are congruent. So first of all, we have to check the correspondence by checking their size of the sides and the angles. Because sometimes the triangles are given in the proper order, but the correspondence is not in the same sequence. And then by checking their measurement given, we have to first check the correspondence, that under which correspondence their corresponding angles and corresponding sides are equal. Look here. Here triangle ABC and triangle PQ are there. But if the triangle PQR was not given like this, then we have to check that which angle is congruent to which angle of the other triangle. So here we will see that angle A and angle Q have the same measurement. It means that A corresponds to the point Q. Similarly, here B and R have the same measurement. So B corresponds to R, and the last C and P are having same. So C corresponds to P. So this correspondence we write down like ABC corresponds to QRP, not PQR. Maybe it is not given like that. It can be given like that also. Triangle ABC and triangle PQR. But A and Q have the same. Then we will do like that. B and P have same. B and R. Then B and R will have the same. And C and P have the same measurement. So in this situation, we can't write down ABC correspond to PQR. We have to either flip it. If you don't flip it also, just check the correspondence. It means that which side are equal, which angles having the same measure, and then according to that, we have to write down the correspondence. So here we see that for the same measurement, we are doing the same sign on it. Here you can see that angle A and angle Q have the same measurement. So we are doing angle A and angle Q have the same sign. Similarly, angle B, I make two lines like that, and for C and P, we write down the same sign. It indicates that thus corresponding angles are equal. Similarly, for the sides also, line segment AB and QR have the same length, so we make the same sign. Here also we make same sign, and the third one is also having the same 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So here ABC corresponds to QRP. So for ABC correspond to QRP, AB is congruent to QR, BC is congruent to RP, AC is congruent to QP. AC is congruent to QP. Similarly, angle A is congruent to angle Q, angle B is congruent to angle R, and angle C is congruent to angle P. So if both these requirements are fulfilled, both the conditions are fulfilled, then we can say that these two triangles are congruent, and we write down as triangle ABC congruent to triangle QRP, not PQR. And I hope you remember now that I am not going to use E for congruent. We will now onwards use this symbol only. And remember, don't do this symbol. Only this symbol, not like that. That is the wrong symbol. You have to use only this symbol. That is the perfect right symbol. So you don't have to do that. So remember, I am not using E for this congruent. So here triangle ABC is congruent to triangle QRP, because we have to check the correspondence. And as I told you, it is very important that we should look for particular correspondence of vertices. If it is not given in order, as I show you here, that if it is not given in order, then we have to check properly and look which vertices is correspond to the which vertex of the other triangle, and according to that we have to solve the problem. So before solving the problem, don't look at the name of the triangles, but which correspondence is given, because according to the correspondence we will have to solve the answers. So it is very, very important to keep that thing in your mind. Now we talked about the congruence of the triangle, in which there was a word that is correspondence. So now, to make it clear in your mind, let us explain it a simpler way, that what is the correspondence between the vertices of the two triangles. Because if the two triangles are given, there can be 6 possible correspondences. Let me explain you a very simple way. Suppose in your house there are 3 chairs. In your house there are 3 chairs. We can write down them as chair number A, chair number B, and chair number C. There are 3 chairs. And suppose you are having 3 guests at your home. 3 guests. 3 chairs, 3 guests. Say guests P, Q, and R. So now let me ask you some questions. Actually, I will give you the answer also. Now there are the 3 chairs and 3 guests. Now how will they have the seat? Obviously, one person can sit only on one chair. One person cannot sit on the 2 chairs together. Similarly, also on one chair only one person can sit. 2 persons cannot sit on the chair. So now there are 6 possible ways for the sitting arrangements. First is that on the chair A, person P can be a guest, P can sit. On the B, on the chair B, the guest Q can sit. And on chair C, person R can be there. And then that correspondence is written as ABC correspond to PQR. Here, chairs and guests are the 3 vertices of 2 different triangles. So here, first possibility is ABC corresponds to PQR. Means when on A chair the person P sits, on B Q, and on C R. Now there can be different way also. They want to change the seats. R comes here, Q goes there. Then the second correspondence, A to P, B to R, and C to Q. Then the correspondence changing here. So ABC corresponds to PRQ. Now they want to change again. Then in place of P, Q is coming and P is going here and R is going here. Then what correspondence will be there? ABC corresponds to QPR. Then another possibility is R coming here, P going there. Then ABC corresponds to QRP. Then R wants to sit here. So Q will go in his place. Then what will be there? ABC corresponds to RQP, the last one. And you can do like that also, RPQ. So, according to the situation, there are 6 possibilities of that chair and having a gas. So, here also, for the 2 triangles, as I told you, there can be any one of the 6 correspondences are there. And any one correspondence will be considered when the problem is solving. So, when we solve the problems, don't look at the name of the triangle ABC and PQR, because there can be any one of the 6 correspondence, and therefore according to that only we have to write down the answers and solve the problem. So correspondence is very, very important here, so that you have to keep in the mind. So here we are going to finish the session, and it will be followed by the PDF file. And if any confusion, write down in the comment section. Thank you very much.